Students, welcome to this program. Today we are going to discuss the different types of software used by the fintech firms. In previous lecture we have discussed what are all the different fintech firms in India, what is their USP. But today we are concerned with what are all the different softwares this fintech firm is using in India. Okay. So let us begin the topic with the recent news about the fintech. You know about the fintech firms in India. Now it is having a tremendous increase. You can see recently one of the survey mentioned that is the government survey, clearly mentioned that India races ahead with fintech adoption rate of 87%. The economic survey of 2023 mentioned, our finance minister quoted. That means the fintech firms are having very good customers and it is having a mushrooming growth in India. That is why we are going to discuss about these fintechs in India. Okay. Let us see the another interesting news by the Times of India, what they mentioned. There are 5 tech trends that is going to change the fintech industry in 2023. And why? Because the Z generation people are going to use the fintechs. That is you. That is why the fintech firms are having a tremendous value. In future, you may be employed in a fintech firm or you may be the owner of the fintech firm. That is why we selected this topic. Let us see the first one, the main software used by the fintech firms, like Paytm, UPS, all those things. They used to call it as Refinitiv Lipper. That is the software used by most of the fintech firms. The reason they are having a unique feature of identifying the payments, receivables, and especially they are customized for each and every fintech firms. That is why they are using this type of software. What is the advantage of this one? You can see this software is having a unique speciality, that is ESG measurement. ESG factors are considered, that is environmental, social, governance factors are considered. And most of the fund managers are now depending upon ESG factors. That is why these fintech firms are giving importance for that one. You can see the ESG portfolio may be created by this software. That is the Lipper Fund ESG scoring. Even you can find out what is the ESG score of your firm. And it is clearly building the investment futures also. Very important thing is the materiality, the transparency is very important thing. That's why they quoted in their ad clearly. And they are creating the ESG portfolio, ESG matrix, so that they can have a good customers. And their base is about the usage in case of the capital market. Even in case of the 10 and above securities, they are able to create. And they are having a nice grading scale up to 100. That is the advantage of that one. They are very objective and transparent. So this is one of the software providers. They are using this software especially for the purpose of customization. That is why they used to call clearly that what are all the advantage of that one. Okay. So what these softwares are about. You can see most of the softwares used by the fintech firms are having the data visualization. That is, even we can say the data journalism. How clearly we can portray the data. We have discussed BEP analysis, optimum expenses methods, cost of capital methods. So here same thing they are using, but they are clearly visualizing for the customers. That is the advantage of that one. Another interesting fact, some of the fintech firms are now engaging the robo-advisors. Robo-advisors are well trained for that one. Using the supervised learning methods, they identified nicely different functions of robo. So The system has been well trained so that if a customer is asking anytime, 24/7, in case of that one, they are able to answer. That is why the robo-advisory softwares are now creating the momentum. And it is working based upon the input given by the fintech firm. And mostly in case of the investment advice, automatically it will retrieve the data from the capital market sources, and they used to give the risk and return value to the investors. That is the advantage of using the robo-advisors. Most of the firms, you can see here, most of the firms, they created their own robo-advisories. And there are a number of advisories. You can say it depends upon the organization, and each and every organizations are having investment portfolio decision from the robo, and some of the organizations even created a robo advisory for revenue expenditure planning. That is, simply speaking, cash flow. How efficiently we can use the cash to gain return on investment nicely. That is why robo advisors are used. However, the robo advisors are depending upon the input given by the organization. And another example of here, click data. They are using the another type of dashboards. How we can visualize the things to the customers, and they used to give nicely the output for them, how it looks like, what are all the different types of investment avenue. If your investment is coming down, what will you have to do? All these things are provided by them. Here is another interesting organization, that is easy invoicing, which is used by the organization for the purpose of billing at the POS, that is point of sales terminals also. It links the income which has been measured from the point of sales terminal and give the output to the client nicely. That is the advantage of that one. Here is the another one, float. The float software is used for the purpose of cash flow forecasting. It creates number of scenario. If the cash is exceeding that limit, what we can do. If our inflows are exceeding, what we have to do. If the inflows are coming down, what we have to do. These type of scenarios are created under the float. That is why the float is very common at present. However, the name will not be placed, but the fintech firms are indirectly using that one. Here is another one, Zohantics. This is a very nice one for the purpose of portfolio decision making, and especially they are matching the receivables and payables. They are very good in receivables and payable system. That is the advantage of this one. There are the other software which are mostly relevant to the capital market investment decisions. You can see that one, built-in trading software, Master Suite, and Rich Live Trade. These are all the softwares which are useful for the purpose of estimating the capital market returns, and especially in case of security returns. MetaTrader, which will give you the price momentum, the volatility of the share price. But if you are investing in such organization, what will be its volatility? It usually gives nice information about that one. Here is the another one. It will show clearly what will happen in a particular point of time if the price are increasing, what you have to do. If the price are decreasing, what you have to do. ECG trade. This is the new practice in most of the organizations are involving in this environmental system. However, they identified the funds for the ECG. Investor, it is the commonly used one in which they are using the Python analytics for that one. E-signal, whether the price will increase or decrease, what will be the next moment one. Spider stock, how the stock networking will happen. That is the another thing. One share versus another share, or one security versus another security, a comparison one. Here is the ShareCon Trade Tiger. Most of you know ShareCon is a nice organization which is using this type of trading system. It mentions that Trade Tiger, that is the brand name of their software, which provides the demat facilities and stock trading system along with that one. Ninja Trader, another organization which provides the candlestick diagram of every time movement in different exchanges. That's Ami Broker India. This is also using the same type of methodology. One difference, you can compare the others also. Vector West, it will say what will be your investment position. What are the different portfolio you can select. That is the advantage. Profit source platform. It is based upon the investment avenue in even equities and debts. Align Trader. This is the another data visualization software. In a single screen, you can see different portfolio, different securities and its movement. Yes, these are all the different software, same purpose. Use them. Angel broking is another important thing. You might have seen that one. It will tell the maximum loss and maximum gain also. TradeV. So these are the softwares used in case of the capital market. Coming to the regular one, this is another new era in finance. Most of the organizations, they are moving towards the FinCAD. The reason is it is customized towards both client as well as the customers. That is the advantage of this using the FinCAD. You can see it shows clearly the different avenues. If you are investing in fixed income securities, if you are investing in derivatives, what will happen? It is using the coding platform from the Python. You can see most of the organization, Aberdeen is a very good example in which they are 100% depending upon the FinCAD. If you see that one, how different codings are used by this organization. FinCAD is using the Python as the back end processing, and it creates data visualization, automatic data transformation from one place to another place. All these things are done by this FinCAD. Of course, the main advantage is customized to clients and customers. Clients means the organization which is going to use that one. Customers means the customers of the clients. So it is providing that one. However, it will integrate with other software also. That is the plus point. If you are going for some other software based upon the capital market trading, you can integrate with the FinCAD. That is the core advantage of using the FinCAD. That is why the firms are moving towards the FinCAD, and it not only provides the capital markets but also it gives information to the regular trading system, cash inflow estimation, outflow, even the capital budgeting, all these things. It creates different scenario to take nice decision. That is the advantage of that one. So as a conclusion, you must understand what is the use of these softwares. Mostly the receivables and payables management they are using. But only one thing you must understand, the negative side, data privacy. Is there any data privacy in the fintech funds? Reserve Bank of India is using number of sandboxing techniques, that is regulations. Anyhow, to minimum extent there is a risk. Other than that one, all the fintech softwares are enabling to take a nice decision at a time. Time is said to be gold. Time value is very important in marketing of money. That is why these fintech firms are engaging with time-based software. With this, we will conclude this program. You can see the first point you have to understand is whatever it may be, ethics should be followed. Without ethics, there is nothing in case of fintech, because belief from the customers are needed. Okay, we'll conclude this topic. Based upon that, you have to understand what are the features of the software used by the fintech firms. I hope you are able to recall that one. Different softwares, but most of the organizations are targeting at present ESG, cash inflows, cash outflows, capital budgeting decisions, revenue expenditure decision. Most of the organizations are focusing on capital market. the portfolio creation. Finally, the softwares are customized for the organization. That is why FinCAD is getting popularity now. Thank you. We will meet in next summer.